I realized we never shared the full story of Sean, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to tell you a little bit about him, why his name is Sean's, and what he means to the rescue. Our volunteer Maggie chose this name because Sean's means luck, chance, opportunity in Irish Gaelic, and this is exactly what Sean got. The day that Lasagna was adopted, I was a little sad, and I went to see if there was any other cats that needed support. So there's a group called One Last Chance. They coordinate with shelters and rescues to help cats that are at risk of euthanasia or cats that are high risk for medical needs and need external support that perhaps the shelter can't offer. This is a private group that only fully vetted, pre-approved rescues are a part of. I saw this post on his deadline date and I figured that we were probably too late, but I sent the message anyways, and luckily we made it just in time and Sean was going to be en route to us. As you might have read as I talked, Sean had been returned 4 times to the shelter. He struggled with constipation and a little bit of behavioral issues, and it's not the shelter's fault when these cats come up for euthanasia. It's a product of the community that the shelter's in, that these cats are being returned, these cats are being abandoned. It's not the shelter's fault. They don't have the space, sometimes the resources, sometimes they have outbreaks, and unfortunately, euthanasia is just a reality. You will never catch me talking crap about any of our local shelters. They are doing crazy work in crazy circumstances. This is a video from the shelter, and he's absolutely the sweetest love bug. He has a little bit of issues, gets a little sassy if you touch him where he's not feeling comfortable, but he is so sweet. Here's his x-ray from the shelter when he was admitted the final time, and you can see that he has got so much poop there to the point that his colon is actually reaching megacolon size. So megacolon is when the colon gets so impacted with feces and they actually can lose the ability to go to the bathroom. Luckily, the shelter gave him treatment, and as you can see, his colon went back down to a normal, mostly normal size. If you can imagine, in humans, constipation is painful, and that's probably why he had some difficulty in his other homes. If it's not managed, they're uncomfortable. If you touch them, they could bite. And if you don't get it treated, it can be life-threatening. They can end up having to get bowel resection. They could actually at risk of death. So treating constipation in your cats is something that you should do as soon as you see the signs and symptoms. Here's a great image that kind of shows normal stool, constipation, and what megacolon looks like and how it presses on everything around it. Luckily, Sean responds really well to Restorelax or Miralax like you have in the States. It's just a small amount you put in his food every day, and it manages his constipation great. If your cat's constipated at home, you can try things like adding pumpkin, adding extra water to their food, making sure they have a lot of access to water, maybe using a fountain. You can switch to, high fiber foods. A lot of the hairball control foods have added fiber in them. Even possibly switching to a wet food only diet will help. But the bottom line is, don't let constipation go on too long. Seek support from your veterinary team if you have any questions or concerns or you're having difficulty with your cat's constipation. And if anybody's interested in taking a chance on this wonderful hunk, he's coming up for adoption soon. And his daily Restorelax is super affordable. One small $15 bottle lasts like 3 months. So he's not an expensive cat. You just need to make him comfortable and keep that poop flowing.